This is part 2 of the first semester review for 7th grade, starting on number 26. The wages earned by Jamie and Ryan are shown in the table in the graph. Who earns more per hour, and explain? The graph's pretty easy to look at. Hour, one's in between, and so is this one. The table, we need to see the rate of change. Okay. So those are all 1, and this is $8. Okay, so with the information on the graph and the table, choose your answer. A, Ryan, the consistent rate of change in the graph is $8 per hour, and the constant rate in the table is $7 per hour. B, Ryan, the constant rate of change in the graph is $7 per hour, and the constant rate in the table is $6 per hour. C, Jamie, the constant rate of change in the graph is $5 per hour. The constant rate of change in the table is $6 per hour. D, Jamie, the constant rate of change in the graph is $7 per hour, and the constant rate of change in the table is $8 per hour. I would cross out those that were false, any part of it that was false as I read it. If you need to replay it, you can do that. 27. Miss Smith drew 2 similar right triangles on the board as shown at the right. The perimeter of the larger triangle is approximately how many times greater than the perimeter of the smaller rectangle? And then they give you your key. So I want to convert this to inches, or inches to centimeters, because you have to have them you need them the same to compare. So if we do 60 by 96, and if I divide that by 2.54, you can find this is in inches. And see about how much bigger it is. How many times can 4 go into your answer? And that will give you your answer. Okay, 28. Last year, Sandro bought a book for $13.89. This year, the same book cost $15.79. What was the percent of change? Round to the nearest whole percent. State whether the percent of change was an increase or decrease. So immediately we want to go eliminate any choices that we can. So if we bought the book last year for $13.89 and this year's $15.79, was that an increase or a decrease? I do believe it went up, so we're going to eliminate this one. And remember, we're finding the percent of change. So 1579, 9 minus 1389 over 1389, because this is your original. This is your difference, and this is your original. Okay, number 29. Determine the circumference of the circle. Use pi 3.14 for pi. Round to the nearest tenth. Okay, don't forget that. So we have pi equal, circumference equals pi diameter. Because this line, it went all the way across, is your diameter. So 3.14 times 34. Number 30. What is the unit price of 64-ounce bag of cat food shown in the table? What is a unit price? So to find the unit price, take the cost, divide it by 64 because I want to do ounces per dollar. Okay, so I want to find what 1 ounce is going to cost. 31, we're going to estimate. 2/5% of 128. So 2/5 over 100. Remember your is of, oops. Okay. And you can change 2/5 to a decimal by doing 2 divided by 5, we get 4. So this could be 4. Okay. I know it's a little sloppy, but you can make yours neater. And then solve for x. Remember this was 128. So 0.4 times 128 equals 100x. Then when you find your answer here, divide by 100. Oops. Guess you didn't have to work it out, did you? Okay. Anne has a dollhouse. Her mother wants to make a quilt for the doll's bed that matches the one on Annie's bed. Annie's quilt is 5 feet long and 3 feet wide. The doll's quilt needs to be 1 foot long. How wide will the quilt be? So again, 5 feet long over 3 feet wide. And we know feet, inches, okay, yeah, feet. And we want it to be long, but we don't know how wide it's going to be. So cross product and solve for x. Number 33, 215% of 18. So again, is of 215%, always over 100, is what of 18? Okay, cross product. Number 34. Suppose you are making a scale drawing. Find the length of each object on the scale drawing with the given scale. Then find the scale factor. A room is 14 feet long and it's 1 inch to 6 feet. Inches, feet. So find out how many inches it would be. 35. A tower 40 meters tall, 0.8 centimeters equal 1 meter. So pretty much what we just did. 0.8 centimeters, 1 meter equals 40 meters. This is a decimal. Cross product. Number 36. A model of a building is made using a scale of 1 inch to 20 feet. What is the height of the actual building if the height of the model is 10.5 inches? So kind of what we've been doing. 1 20 feet. And convert over so you know where to put your numbers at. And the model is 10 and a half. How many feet is that? You can do your cross product. Okay, 37. A coin is tossed 20 times. The experimental probability of the coin showing heads is 65%. How many times did the coin show tails? So 65%, and the coin was tossed 20 times. So how many times did it show to land on tails? Number 38. There are 100 prize tickets in a bowl numbered from 1 to 100. What is the probability that an even number prize ticket will be chosen at random, not replaced, and then an odd prize ticket to be chosen? Does this represent independent or dependent events? Explain. Okay, we just had this one on our test and review, so you should know that one. 39. Determine each percent of change. Round to the nearest whole percent. State whether the percent of change is an increase or a decrease. So let's go ahead and find this first. If it went from 75 to 25, did it increase or decrease? It went down, so it decreased. So I can eliminate two choices. The rate of change. So 75 minus 25 over your original cost. Okay, so you can find it out from there. Looking for a percent. Find your decimal, change your decimal to a percent. Number 40. 7,500 to 8,200. Did this go up to down or down going up? So 7,500 is less than, so it increased. I can eliminate those two choices. And again, your rate of change. Find your difference over your original, because it started off with that one. Number 41. On a map, 1 centimeter represents 3 kilometers. The actual distance between Jesse's home and the state capitol is 26 kilometers. What is the distance between these locations on the map? 1 centimeter equals 3 kilometers. So centimeters, kilometers, and then we have 26 here, so you're finding that one. Number 42. A rectangle has sides that measure 6 meters by 10 meters. What happened to the perimeter of the rectangle if the length and width of the rectangle are doubled? Explain your reasoning. A, the original perimeter is 32 meters and the new perimeter is 16 meters. This is 1/2 times the original. 1/2 times 32 equals 16. B, the original perimeter is 32 meters. The new perimeter is 64 meters. 32 times 2 equals 64. So the perimeter of the original figure is doubled. C, the original perimeter is 32 meters and the new perimeter is 48 meters. This is 1.5 times the original. 1.5 times 32 equals 48. D, the original perimeter is 32. The new perimeter is 96 meters. This is 3 times the original. Okay, remember what we were looking for. Number 43. Emilio and Regina each sell popcorn at the basketball games. The table shows how much they charge for the popcorn, including markup for supplies and the number of bags of popcorn sold. Who earned more money? Explain. Okay. This is the cost. She marked it up in the number of bags sold. Emilio, it's going to give you all these numbers. You need to work them out and see who earned the most money. Okay? And if you really look at it, his cost of the popcorn was smaller, but he marked it up 8% and he sold 30 bags. He sold more bags than her, and the markup was even more. So I can tell you he made the most money. Now you figure out the math. Number 44. Use a problem-solving method to solve the problem. The ratio of corresponding sides to similar triangles is 3 to 8. The side of the smaller triangle are 8 centimeters, 11 centimeters, and 14 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the larger triangle? So it's 3 to 8. And we're looking for perimeter, so let's find the perimeter. 8, 11, and 14. That's going to be 33. So 33 over x, because this is the smaller triangle. Okay, and we want to know what the perimeter is for the larger. Number 45. Brianna has a bag with 10 tiles marked with the numbers 1 through 10. She randomly chooses one tile from the bag. She puts it back. Then she chooses another tile. What is the probability Brianna will choose 2 odd number tiles? So if you have 10 in there, how many of those 10 tiles are odd? 5 out of 10. She put it back. So for her to choose another odd one would be 5 out of 10. Find your percent. 46. A grocery store sells 6 bottles of water for $4 and 18 bottles of water for $10. Is the cost of water proportional to the number sold? Explain. So you need to find if they're equivalent. So you can find unit rate, which would be 4 divided by 6 and 18. 18 into 10. See if they're equivalent. Or you could do just see if they are equivalent. Can they reduce to become the same number? Number 47. A pattern for a rectangular banner is 3 inches wide and 4.5 inches long. The scale of the pattern is 1 inch to 6 feet. The banner will divide diagonally into 2 congruent triangle sections. One section will be made of red fabric and the other section will be made of blue fabric. How much blue fabric is needed for the banner? Alright, this one's quite long. We have 1 inch to 6 feet. Okay, the pattern is 3 inches wide. So this is inches. Let's find out how many feet we need. And then again, it's 4.5 inches long. In inches, and we need feet. Okay. then when you get your answer, because it's gonna be half and half, to find area equals length times width, but we want the area of a half of it divided by 2. Okay? Because the flag was cut diagonally, and this is red. So, okay. Number 48. The table shows the monthly cost for 2 internet plans, not including the service fee. The service fee per month is currently 2/5 of each plan's cost. Next month, the cost for each plan will be 105% of the current cost, but the service fee will be eliminated. After the change in cost, how much more will the extended plan cost per month than the basic plan, including all fees? So, if it's going to go up 110%, make that into a decimal, it's 1.05. That's for your basic, and this is for your extended. Okay, and then you need to find the difference. Okay, I'm not writing good here. So find the difference. Okay, number 49. Christina estimated that she would spend $250 on a new summer clothes. She actually spent $350. What was the percent error? Round to the nearest whole number. So again, we're finding the percent of change. So change would be finding the difference over the original. She originally wanted to spend $250. So find the percent of change. Number 50. What size bag of cat food shown in the table has the lowest unit rate? Well, let's just find all the unit rates. So you need to divide this by 24, this by 40, and this by 64. And then this is your unit rate. Which one was your best buy? Okay, that ends part 2.